Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Next is calculated measurement. This is something which you guys have already. Everyone has worked on calculated measurements, I believe as part of data delivery, and I am sure, you guys know what calculate measurements are. But let us see, how it works. So why calculated measurements? Calculated measurements combine data from numerous sources of data. It performs advanced calculations and statistical analysis, and definitely it has a flexibility and you can edit as you work. You find, there is a calculation needed whereby you need to calculate 25% on your revenue or 25% of your media cost. That has acted. You can need to calculate a return on ad spend for yourself. Return on ad spend is a percentage metric, and return on ad spend says not suppose, but return on ad spend works on your revenue and media cost. By the way, what is the difference between revenue and media cost? So what is the formula for return on ad spend? It is revenue divided by cost, and always it is a percentage. So always remember, ours is calculated in percentages. So whenever you are doing a business level analysis sometime or an account level analysis, ROAS is a metric that we do calculate in Python. Sometimes when we accumulate or aggregate stuffs, but in normal name formula way. Also we can calculate when you have your revenue and thing. In Python we have hours as a part of modeling. We can model the hours in a calculated library from fetching it from a library. But then in normal, in Datorama and stuff, what we can do is we can go ahead and calculate it as revenue divided by media cost, and it will give me my hours. So if you are doing hours and if you now want to see what will be 25% or what will be 50% if I do the spend or something, so you can have the flexibility, you can edit as you are working, and you can go forward. What are the functionalities and what are the things? It is a real-time query again. Yeah, it is real-time and it is again a workspace level query. So whatever changes in your native data, your calculated measurements will also change. Based on logical operators and functions, definitely can reference both measurements and dimensions, and it can return, and it always returns measurements. When I say can reference dimensions, that does mean is how the measurements are working with respect to dimensions. It is not, giving me dimensions. So what are the major ingredients that affect calculated measurements or dimensions? It is basically dimensions or measurements included in the expression. So ingredients in the expression dictate the level at which its query will take place. Sorry, above it will be calculated measurement and it shows up as calculated dimensions. So that is a typo. Please do ignore. Measurements, so dimensions or measurements included in the expression. So basically, if the ingredients in the expression, when I say whenever you are writing an expression for a calculated measurement, the ingredients in the expression and the associated levels of context or associated levels of related stuffs that we want to have for ourselves. Those things basically dictate the level at which the query will take place. I will tell you what I actually mean. So now suppose you are writing a calculated measurement and what you want is your total conversion average. Okay, now you have used average my total conversions and see like you know what comes. Now there is something called aggregation function. So yeah, definitely it is self-explanatory that it refers to the measurement total conversions. Now, when I say that it is a work like calculated measurements are workspace level measurements. It is applicable to the entire workspace. When we see that, and when you reference total conversion as a metric in your calculated measurement, it basically takes into consideration all the conversion tag data streams that are present in your workspace. All the total connect conversion tag data streams that you have in your workspace calculated measure. This calculated measurement, when you are creating it, takes into context all these data streams. And so when I say it is a workspace level, it basically works fine with all these data streams. It will work fine with all these three data, like all the data streams which have conversion tag values or conversion tag data streams. What are there in my data? Okay, dimensions and measurements included in the view. So the fields included in our report, pivot table widget in which we display our calculated measurement will also play a role on how it will be calculated. Definitely right. When you have your native dimensions and measurements, you know what are your native dimensions and measurements. Our native dimensions and measurements are media by campaigns, site creatives, what else, anything like in a product. So these are some of the things which are native, which are coming from the raw data itself. But when you are doing a measurement calculation, when you are now taking all these columns, what you have created is a ROAS. So ROAS is return on ad spend calculation that you have done on your data, and you want to see it with respect to all these native dimensions and as well as measurements. So whatever measurements you have, you want to see how your calculated measurement works with respect to those measurements. So it depends how my native data is as well, right? So when I include my calculated measurement in a report may be having 5 to 10 native measurements, and then my calculated measurement comes in. So all these need to be relevant in order to calculate a measurement, to make sense, and to report the correct data as well. Similarly with report pivot tables. If you have calculated your pivot table, and if your pivot table has dimensions like site source, web analytics, site key and measurements like visits and page views, and if you pull the calculated measurement called hours, which is based on media cost and revenue, definitely it will throw up a 0. Why? Because it doesn't get any of the related measurements that are there that will allow you to. So your native measurements have to be aligned with your data stream as well, because if you put an ROAS, your ROAS will come up. In case there is a common key and there is a common link between. So how your native measurements are along with your calculated measurement depends on how you set it and how you contextualize it. And of course, widget is nothing but your graphs. in which you place your calculated measurements. So, for example, if when we add campaign name to the pivot table we view, it will add, like when we add campaign name to pivot, it will add the campaign name to the context. The calculated measurement will calculate its query. So there has to be a context whenever we do choose any kind of calculated measurement, and we use it as part of any of the data streams or any of the pivot table. Granularity and aggregation. These are these are very, very important parts of calculated measurement. Because granularity, by adding a certain dimension in a view or adding the dimension in granularity in the calculated measurement. Granularity sets the context for calculation at which calculated measurements query will take place. Dimensional level of calculated measurements remains fixed as granularity. So, if you change any dimension level as well, if you have fixed the granularity, because why we need to choose the granularity? So that my calculation is true with all the granular, the most granular factor in my data. So what we do is we choose the granularity and we choose the aggregation as well, because aggregation is pretty much necessary when we do a calculated measurement. You do clicks divided by impressions and you put it as sum. So the aggregation to be sum. So it will return a sum only and it will never return a percentage. So your aggregation method has to be set as well as you choose your granularity. So what we mean by that, let's check by seeing. Some examples. So use case 1 is return on ad spend that I was talking earlier, and let's see how we do the return on ad spend. So return on ad spend is basically how each dollar translates into the gross revenue. So revenue by media cost. So each dollar, how much is that? How much am I yielding? Per dollar is basically return on ad spend, and it helps you identify overspending, unrealized potential and more. So revenue divided by media cost gives me. Now media cost is received by the platforms like Adform, U2Brain, DoubleClick Campaign Manager or by Excel. However, revenue is derived from Criteo, Bing ads, DoubleClick search, Twitter ads, etc. We need to have a combination between the two to write. So what happens is we need a calculated measurement, because now that the data streams of media costs are Adform, U2Brain, a DoubleClick Campaign Manager, and data streams for revenue are Criteo, Bing ads and DoubleClick search. So we don't have literally any connection between the both. So thanks to calculated measurements, which are which are workspace level calculations which help us do the ROS computation. So calculated measurements, again you go to connect and mix. From there you go to measurements. From there you choose calculated measurement. You name it as ROS. We know that ROS is a percentage. We can choose any of the decimal places if I want to, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, etc. What we do is we go to the expression pane where we choose revenue divided by media cost. There is a field called advanced, which basically helps us at the granularity. Once you are there, you will see that you see total aggregation function. Below that you see granularity. So granularity is at a campaign level. Why? Because we want our ROS to be calculated with context of campaign key. In other words, we want ours to be calculated per campaign key, and we want to see that how each campaign has contributed towards the ad spend and the revenue gain. Why we are adding a granularity? We are adding a granularity to our calculation. Firstly, to add context. Secondly, we want to see the return on ad spend per campaign basis. We are adding the granularity of campaign key so that our return on ad spend calculation works per campaign key, and we can see that value in our end result. We also need to add an aggregation function. So the next slide talks of that part so media cost by revenue is giving me the ROAS. Hey, revenue divided by media cost is giving us the return on ad spend. Fine, but what I want is per campaign basis. So you see the next. When we add the campaign context, the calculation calculates the values. Keeping in context the campaign keys. For each campaign keys, we see that there is a calculation that's happening and we get the context of it. So what it does is it takes the revenue of each campaign key and divides it by each campaign key. So precision and accuracy is something which happens which is always the end goal, and precision and accuracy stays when we add campaign key and we do the calculation of our results. Lastly, we have the aggregation method, and when we know that it is a percentage, we know that we have to select an average when we have a percentage. So our aggregation function is an average aggregation. So that's how it looks like. When we always verify your fields using the pivot table option, and we see that in the pivot table we have it. So now that we have ROAS calculated, we can use ROAS with all my functions like conversion tags, CT heat maps, top 5 ROAS, etc. So calculated measurement not only helps us with calculating a new measurement, calculating a measurement that is helpful for, seeing the performance of our native parts. Rather, also, calculated measurements are something which helps us with creating a new measurement which, along with my native things, can produce separate graphs, and finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.